Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Compact Everyday Carry and Gadgets, and today we're taking a look at probably the top 3 compact slash micro handguns in the market right now. Honorable mention for sure is going to be the Hellcat. I don't own a Hellcat, but I believe it belongs in this list, but I don't have it, so I won't be having it today for the video. Let's start off with my first purchase from these three was the GLOCK 43x. I love this gun. I love the size. It's not too small, not too big. The capacity, you guys already know. We'll get into that in the video. Second, the Smith & Wesson Shield Plus. Another top carry gun in the world. And my latest contribution to my gun list, to this list especially, is the SIG P365x. And I love this gun as well. So the reason these three guns are in this video is because, one, I love them personally, but at the same time, they are probably the most popular carry guns right now in the whole States, possibly in the whole world. So I'm going to do somewhat of a comparison. I'm not going to say that one is better than another. They all have their pros and cons, and they all have something that they're better than the other one on. Let's start with capacity. I think that's the elephant in the room, is the capacity, because that's the most important thing. This is what every company is trying to achieve, is achieve the most capacity in the gun but still keeping the gun very small and compact. And that would go to the SIG P365x. As you can see, this is the flush mag on this gun, and I got 12+1 on this gun. 12+1 on a flush mag. And let's compare the sizes. Look at the difference. And this is comparing it to the Shield Plus. The Shield right there has the 14+1, so maybe that's not too fair. With the flush mag, they're probably around the same size. But the flush mag on the Shield will not hold 12+1. And then comparing it to the GLOCK 43x, as you can see, it's also a little longer, and the GLOCK 43x only holds 10+1. So capacity definitely goes to the SIG P365. And as far as that's the handle length, but as far as length of the gun itself, it's also shorter than the other two. This being the Shield, this being the SIG. You can see it's smaller, probably by about half an inch almost. Let's compare it now to the GLOCK 43x. Definitely shorter. So right there, if what you're in the market for is the most compact, micro, concealable, and comfortable, comfort might go to the SIG P365. But yeah. Next, let's talk grips and comfort and size. This is gonna be subjective because I could only speak from my experience and how I feel. You guys already know what's up with the Glocks. Glocks you're buying because it's probably one of the most, if not the most reliable brand when it got to do with firearms. But as far as grip texture, you guys already know what grip Glocks come with. They're not the best. They might not be the worst, but they're definitely not the best. But the plus and the good thing about Glocks is that they have so much aftermarket accessories. For example, right now I got the Talon grip on it that will help you with the grip, making the grip of this Glock eventually be a good grip, because you could easily upgrade it and upgrade it to your liking and to your tasting. This is more the rubberized finish, but they also have that sandpaper texture one that you could go with. And I also have the Hogue sleeve, and those are great as well. The SIG P365 has real good texture on the grip. Right now I got it with the Hogue sleeve, so you're not seeing seeing it how it actually comes. But even without the Hulk sleeve, the grip on this gun felt great. It wasn't too aggressive, but it was just right. But this material up here is a little, the polymer here is a little more kind of slippery, but right here had kind of that sandpaper feel grip, and it felt good. And having it with the Hulk sleeve, man, is a game changer. And like I said, at least for my hands, it feels great. It adds a little girth to the grip because this gun is super slim. So adding that extra little girth makes the size and feel great. And now the M&P Shield Plus, this for me is my personal best when it got to do with grip and texture on the grip, is the SIG M&P Shield Plus. I love the finish. I love the feel of the whole gun itself, because right here it has like that sandpaper texture, but then the gun up here as well, the polymer here is not a slippery polymer feel. It has like a slight texture to it as well, and it feels great. And the size, everything, for me, this is the best grip. If I had to choose grip out of the three and feel, would be this. The M&P Shield Plus would have that. Has the better grip, better texture on the grip as well. Now let's move on to triggers. This is also tricky, because for this example, some people hate the Glock triggers, but like I said, Glocks, man, you could customize them so easily because they have so much options in the aftermarket that it really is no issue if you have a trigger, if you don't like the Glock triggers. But for example, me, it's almost like that hit or miss. I got lucky. This trigger is great. I love the Glock trigger. I love the little safety lever it has there. I love it all. It feels great. I love the take up. I love the reset. I just have a good trigger on this gun, stock wise. And then the P365X, this was my first SIG, so I never really knew how SIG's trigger worked, how they felt. And at first, when I first got it, I felt that mushiness that they talk about, and this one definitely had it as well. But when I went to the range, it didn't bother me. It actually felt good. I loved how I love how it shoots. The reset is great as well. And then the M&P Shield. This isn't my first M&P Shield, so I was already familiar with the M&P, but this is the latest Gen 3, so it has that flat face trigger, and man, that was game changer. It feels almost like a performance trigger, so I really like this trigger. So if I had to give the trigger to one of these three, it would be the M&P Shield Plus. Has the better trigger from the three. So I gave the grip texture to M&P and trigger to M&P. Size and comfortableness, we give it to the SIG. What else? What else you guys want me to talk about on this? Capacity, I already spoke about as well. Capacity goes to the SIG. I don't know if we should mention weight, because that's also all has to do with opinions, and I like to feel a little weight on my gun. So the fact that I added this light to it, I added this base plate to the Glock, added the mag well, the hollow sun is on it. I like the feel of the Glock. It feels nice and hefty. It helps with recoil, to manage the recoil. I personally like it. M&P Shield, this gun feels way lighter, but I don't have all the extra stuff on it. But even the shell on the gun, the body on the gun feels lighter. Like the plastic feels a little lighter on this gun. And they had to do that to be able to fit the mag with more capacity. So it does feel a little more hollow, but it feels good as well. And now the SIG, this little thing feels like a little tank. But the polymer also feels a little more plastic, a little more hollow as well. And again, it's also because they wanted to fit more capacity on the actual magazines. So body material, quality of the gun, how it feels, I would give it to the Glock. Just feels better build quality, if you ask me. And that's the polymer. You know, Glocks, I think, lead the way when it has to do with polymer frames. They were one of the pioneers with that whole thing. So the feel of the gun itself, quality, I would give it to the Glock. But like I said, this is all objective, is my opinion. So there's no right or wrong. This is me kind of speaking from my experience. And as far as shooting wise, man, I would love to take it to the range. I'm gonna do a video where I take them all three to the range so you guys can see. But I'm pretty good with all three of these guns. I got more guns, but these are like the 3 stars in my list because they're just reliable. The size is perfect, and I actually shoot really good with all 3. So, oh, that's another thing I didn't mention actually. I got all 3 with the versions. For the red dot, as you can see, the Glock already has the red dot. I'm gonna have to get green dots because the red dots look blurry to me. But yeah, so that's the size comparison. If you guys are in the market and trying to pick up whatever is the smallest, more compact gun out of the 3, the Shield and the Glock are about the same length, but the SIG is significantly smaller. Now we talk about, give you another angle from the top and from the side. As you can see, the SIG is definitely smaller than all the other ones. So there you guys have it. Down below, if you have any questions, any comments, if you want me to make a video talking about a specific thing on any one of these 3 guns, put it down in the comments. I would love to do that for you guys. But yeah, I like all 3. They each serve their purpose in my rotation. Right now, this is my everyday carry. This is what's kind of mostly on my waist when I'm up and about. But it's also because it's the latest, so I've been just getting comfortable with it, taking it often to the range. Before that, it was this one, because before that one, this was the latest. I got the TLR 6 light and laser combo, which is pretty dope, and I feel like it looks really cool on this gun. There's some guns where the TLR 6 doesn't look too cool, but on this one it looks pretty cool. But yeah, but the Glock 43x is my baby, man. I love this gun, and I gave it like looks a little more tactical with the add-ons that I added to it. So pretty happy with the turnout. Let me know, like I said, down in the comments if you guys have any questions you guys want to know about. I'll be more than happy to answer those for you guys. Thank you guys for watching. And everything I did speak about, everything I spoke about, the links will be down in the description. So if you have any questions or you want to pick up anything like the lights, the magwell, the base, the lights, it will all be, or the Hulk sleeve, it will all be down in the description. Thank you guys.